Stephen Robbins here. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys, quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. Public transportation is awesome. It's part of daily life in many places, especially cities like New York, which are so fabulous that you spend all of your money on rent and you can't afford a car, bicycle, or skateboard. My friend Bernice and I visited New York to see the Godspell revival on Broadway, in which I'm a teeny tiny itty bitty investor. We took the subway. It was so exciting, but when we got back to our hotel, Bernice gently took my arm in her vice-like grip, steered me to a nearby chair, and pulled off the piece of paper on my back that someone had taped there. It said, "Public Transit Newbie." Ouch. Nailed. Bernice then patiently explained the ins and outs of public transportation. Here are the tips Bernice gave me for navigating public transit like a pro. Tip number 1, stand right, walk left. Escalators are everywhere, especially in big cities. Moving walkways zip through airports. And in some cities, people even use the sidewalks. The rule is, stand to the right so people can walk by you on the left. In fact, even if you're walking, stay to the right as much as possible so people going faster than you can easily get by. Some people think they have places to go. Otherwise, they back up behind you. If while walking, you notice there's no one in front of you and 852 people behind you with expressions of patient tolerance on their faces, if you're lucky, that means it's time to move over to the right and let them pass. As Bernice so callously informed me, "No, they are not your fan club." Leave room even if you're with friends. Having an escalator-filling group is fun for you, but not so fun for the people trying to get by. Give them room, and that way, they won't hurt you. Tip number 2, let exiting people out first. Speaking of hurt, I love the New York City subway. I get a good seat because the instant the doors open, I just push my way right past everyone the way a true New Yorker would. No little old lady's gonna beat me to that open seat. But it works even better if I just step to the side and let the passengers out first. I can hold back the rest of the crowd from rushing in, and once everyone's disembarked, I have a clear path to that open seat. Letting people out first also works for elevators. Let them out and there's more room for you. Plus, Modern Manners Guy won't have to reprimand you for impolite behavior. Tip number 3, move to the back of the bus. Yes, you. If there's room for you, use it. Move in as far as you can. The driver often says, "Move all the way in to make room." But I stay right by the door since I'm getting out in only 3 stops. Then he gets specific. You. The one with the fluorescent sneakers, step all the way to the center of the car. Oh, that's me. I try to move in a couple of inches, but the other people aren't moving, so I'm getting closer to their personal space. Ick. Don't be me. When you board, move all the way in. All the way. When the driver tells people to move in, everyone thinks he's talking to everyone but them. No, he's talking to you. Yes, that may mean you have to get close to other people. Deal with it. Pretend they're hugging you. That's what I do. It makes up for all those years of being single. Tip number 4, let others out. Speaking of unexpected hugs, I thought the best way to get them is to be right by the door on a crowded bus, train, or elevator when a lot of people need to get out. They all push past me, squeezing and wheezing to get through the 3-inch gap that I've left in the doorway. Bernice taught me to step out first, step to the side, and hold back the crowd waiting to get in. People can exit smoothly, and since I'm right at the door, with just one step, I'm the first back into all that luscious new space. Then, of course, I move all the way in. Now, Bernice hugs me for being so considerate. Tip number 5, take the empty seat. I always thought I was doing a good deed by standing and leaving a seat empty on a crowded bus or train. That would let someone needier than I get on at a later stop and sit down. I was wrong. By sitting down, you're relieving the crowding for everyone else who's standing. If someone needs the seat more than you do, like the little old lady who's been standing because I beat her to the open seat, well, you can always get up and offer it. Tip number 6, use a shoulder harness or small collapsible stroller. If you're a parent with a small child, do not, I repeat, do not bring your stroller on the bus or train. Your baby is strong. She's a survivor. She does not need the stroller equivalent of the Four Seasons presidential suite to be safe. Strollers block the traffic on public transportation. Use a shoulder harness or collapsible stroller and actually collapse it so people can navigate around you and mini-you. Tip number 7, keep your cell phone conversations quiet or non-existent. Remember, you're in public. There are people very close to you. Many of us talk louder into cell phones than we do when we're talking on a landline or to a friend who's there in person. In public, you need to consciously talk quieter. You really don't want to broadcast the details of your medical procedure to everyone around you. Someone will write them up and post them on Overheard in New York. We'll laugh, you'll die of embarrassment. Public transportation is a great way to travel. Your commuting time suddenly becomes a chance to read, listen to audiobooks, listen to music, listen to podcasts, and do your ear training homework. If you don't live in a city with public transit, visit one today and be a public transit pro by using today's tips. This is Steve Robbins. I help executives and business owners reclaim their time by aligning their activities around their top goals and helping them stay accountable. If you want to know more, visit steverobbins.com. Today's transcript has links to Overheard in New York and the Godspell Revival. You can find it at getitdone.quickanddirtytips.com. Work less, do more, and have a great life.